Okay guys, so the thing is, I brought my mom to watch Wet Season, and it was a huge mistake. It's an even bigger mistake than mistaking an Indian customer at a prata place as the waiter, which I did yesterday during supper. And that was a big fuck up. So, I'm going to be doing a movie review for Wet Season, and first off, I'd like to give some background on this movie. This is Anthony Chen's second feature film, and I was absolutely floored by his first film that came out about 6 years ago. Ilo Ilo was an absolute masterpiece that won the Camera d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival when it first came out. It was the first Singaporean film to win an international award, film festival award. And when I watched it, I was so blown away because the storyline felt so relatable, it felt so close to home, and the filming was just top quality. It wasn't any like cringy local films or whatsoever. When he announced the premiere of his second film, everybody's expectations were right up here, even mine. And even the recurring female actress, Yann, came back and she won the Golden Horse Awards for the Best Actress, which is basically the Asian equivalent for the Oscars. This is the synopsis of Wet Season on its Wikipedia. So, Wet Season follows the plight of Ling, a Chinese language teacher whose marriage and school life are falling apart because she is unable to bear a child. But an unlikely friendship with a student helps her reaffirm her identity as a woman. So first off, what I like to touch on is the acting. And it was a fantastic act by the main characters that was involved. And funny enough, the main characters that were involved was Ko Jiale and Yann, which were actually also the main actors in the first film Ilo Ilo. So I would like to say acting was really fantastic. It was a really mature and controlled performance by the two. I really felt for the main character, and it was good overall. So moving on, I also really like the theme of rain, and funny enough, it's actually the rainy season of Singapore, and it's actually raining out there right now as I'm doing this review. I'm not sure if you can pick it up through the background like audio, but personal bias, I really like rain weather because it really evokes the feeling out of you that, you know, a bright 风和日丽天, oh my god, a bright 风和日丽, a bright sunny day that it just cannot match, it cannot bring out, because it's very one-dimensional, like a sunny day, and like rain and at night especially really evokes a certain sense of emotion. I'd just like to bring it out there that I really like the theme of this movie, and I really like how they incorporated the theme because a certain sort of spice that they add into the film. Without its rain complexity, things wouldn't be the same. Things wouldn't feel as though as the stakes were high, and like they are trapped in this storyline. But I also really like the soundtrack. Soundtrack was fantastic. I'm gonna listen to it afterwards. Background music, background sounds were right, were pretty good. But only problem is I felt that some transitions were a little bit too jarring. And as compared to Ilo Ilo, the first film, transitions were more mellow, more even out, more slower pace, much more calmer. But this was really just like it just changes from scene to scene, from mood to mood. It feels a little bit jarring in that sense. And location is set design, all the dress were all really appropriate, very nice. I like the setting of the school. Settings were not too extravagant, just close settings of like in a car, in a classroom, in a small house. Very tight. It'd be better if the background acts and the background actions of like the calefare society actors, such as school life that goes on in the background, would be more accurate and would be more visible, which will make the film much more realistic. Now let's talk about the very controversial issue in every film, the plot and story arc. This film presents itself in a very simple synopsis. However, it draws much deeper than that. The emotions, the raw emotions, the events that are unraveling through the story really put you in a tough spot and make you feel for the character. And this is where, if you sympathize with the protagonist, you understand the different dilemmas that she is facing in her judgment and the stress that's slowly destroying her from the inside and from external factors. And some of the scenes were really heartbreaking that actually made me slightly tear up in the first part of the film. I believe the first and the second act was going very well until the unthinkable happened in the middle of the movie, which really caught me off guard. And that is the reason why I feel like you shouldn't watch it with your mom. And I regret bringing her to watch the film, and the event just completely chose the movie direction in a completely different way. Some people might be expecting it, I wasn't really expecting it. And the scene really made me quite uncomfortable. But I believe this is the unique taste that makes this story a story, and makes this story quite different from the rest. It's quite art house style. Pacing is a little bit up there and like slow and fast. It's a bit more unconventional. So if you want to take a look at the film, there's something you have to bear in mind. It's not your typical type of film. And it's a very bold script writing that really pushes the limit of societal norms in Singapore, in a very deeply traditional society that we have and we're living in. So overall, it's inevitable that comparisons have to be made to Ilo Ilo. But this film takes it to a whole new approach and pacing with a largely similar cast. So it feels a bit weird because like the first movie it went this way with like the cast, and this film is like different in this way, but everything some aspect of the actors. So it might be a bit weird to like watch it back to back. So I suggest that you watch each of them differently at a different point of time. And it may or may not work out for the viewer. It depends on the individual, but for me, I feel it works out fine. Really good movie for you to actually think about. Alright, so that's it for my movie review. Tell me if you want to watch more of my movie reviews. I usually just post them on Instagram, but I felt like this is a good story time. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye.